Couple minutes. Any questions you guys have from the first map? Any questions you guys have in general? Anything you guys want to ask? Now is the time while I prep for the control. What is the most impressive thing about Merc as a rookie? I think his composure. He has the composure of someone who has done this for like 20 years. I would say Merc, his best attribute is how calm he is, how composed. It's almost like he has no emotion as a rookie. You know how hard that is to find as a rookie? How do you think the CDL could promote Call of Duty in other regions? It starts with challenges. It starts with challenges by having a healthy grassroots, by having a proper path to pro, by having more exposure. So, simply put, more exposure in these regions, you'll get more people playing. Best break-off, what, for Control? I don't got a question, but love what you're doing in the content. JTuck means a lot. Genuinely, brother, thank you so much. It means a lot. I'm having fun. I'm having fun doing this. I had a lot of... So, honestly, it's been really humbling and a grateful experience because a lot of pros are telling me, like, they like this sort of shit that I'm doing. And I never expected it, even from people I don't talk to, right? So it means a lot to see some of the support for this sort of stuff, to be honest with you. Any criticism on the map vetoes? I mean, there's not really too much vetoes that they could have done in the best of 7, to be honest with you, Wally. What team do I support? I support Manchester United. Did I go over the Miami series? Nope. I will go... Condolences. I will do the Miami series tomorrow. How do I feel about the S&D listen-ins, and do you think they're going to add it to the CDL? I don't like the S&D listen-ins. I think they only did it because it was the last S&D of the year. Last S&D map of the year. That's why. That's the only reason why they did it. Thank you, Static, for the gifted. Holy fuck. Thank you so much, brother. Gifted to CPR2X. Means a lot, my guy. Thank you. At what point of a team should you stop focusing on just your own team play but prepping for other teams? It never stops. It never stops. You always need to focus on your team, but the preparation for other teams you will do based on whenever you're playing against them. You never want to play to hard counter a team, to like super duper uber mega hard counter a team. You never really want to do that. You always want to focus on yourself. You always want to play to your game. You always want to play to your pace. Always want to play to your proactiveness. The countering stuff is some things you sprinkle and just as like a process of elimination, anticipation kind of thing. W answer, good advice. Yep, good advice. Static, genuinely, my guy, thank you so much. It genuinely means a lot. Thank you very much for that. Thank you, sir. Okay. We'll give it 4 more minutes for another hour 30. How much does giving comms to your team so they can focus on gunfights and routes help? There's absolutely, it helps so much. Paco was a big advocate for this. Is whenever you can do the thinking for your teammates, like that's how you utilize the talent. That's how you utilize the talent, and that's how you make it so like these quick players can make game-winning plays so they can play make. So all they need to do is focus on the middle of their screen. If I'm calling out for you, I don't even have to look at my minimap. I'm just looking at my on my screen, right? I don't have to do anything, and I'm in flow. I'm just going. So it is really important to do the comment for your teammates, but it's a balance to be had. You can't just rely solely on your teammates giving you info, especially as an impactful player. If you're a really impactful player and you're a fast player, especially on this game, you're in a position where you're dictating the game, you have loads of info, and it's a symbiotic relationship, meaning you both need to be able to do to give info and then to do it. Oh, okay. Do you have any tips on how to improve comms as a sub? That one is hard. Civil, welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. That one is difficult because I tunnel quite a lot. One of the issues, so just using my experiences with Paco, is to take yourself out of the game. Fuck you guys, we're not doing this shit. I think it comes down to taking yourself out of the game. That is easier said than done. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not drowning. It's something that comes over time. It comes over, you know, the more you play, the more you can do it. How do you promote that fluidity you preach about roles? Because it's all about flow. Just look at your minimap. Just do something together. Like, you should know when to pull one out and when not to. It comes over repetition, to be honest with you. Was there a noticeable change in Optic's playstyle that elevated them for champs? Yeah, they played with pace. They played fast and they played together. It was essentially Miami. How Miami played, they basically played like that. It was fast. It was for trades. They were adapting well, and they gave Ant the ability to use his talent a lot. That is the biggest thing I noticed from when they first started playing versus for now, as an example. And that came from repetition. That came from understanding the game plan, making sure you're on the same page of what you want to do, hive-minding, all these different facets that come into it. It was just, yeah, that was it. All right, chat. We're going to do control. Protocol control. Yeah. This is going to be interesting because I've not really watched too much control since the new spawns. So the spawns have changed. So let's get into it. Look at the break from Optic. And right here, chat, they were just riding the confidence, the momentum. They were just riding that shit. Okay, let's see how they play this. So they're playing for B. Okay. By the way, chat, I didn't expect them to go into the listening so early. Okay, chat, look at how they play in it, chat. They just taking fights. So, chat, what you want to make sure you're doing in control, look at how they play this from a flow perspective. Look at what they do when they get 2 kills. They're playing to get this control first. Because what you're trying to do, chat, is you're trying to whittle down lives for the end game. So you'll see them play to push up and play kills. LAT, when LAT were undoubtedly the best control team in the game, they would do the same thing. They were so good at pushing forward and playing kills in the understanding that, yeah, you can take routes. We're going to watch it from time. We're going to watch it from these positions. Because at the end of the day, once we know it's easy to cap A, we're reducing the amount of lives you have to work with to give ourselves the best chance to cap in B here. When you get 2 different spawns, how do you decide? That I will explain. Good question. That will explain when we do it. Was there control listening throughout the year? It was just hardpoint. Abu and Nep have to make a play here because while yes they are out, they have to. Agreed, Tom. They have to make a play here because this is what we call slaying ahead. You're slaying ahead in order to reduce their lives for the end game. This is game management. This is inadvertently what we call game management, right? This is where, Slay Queen. You slay ahead, you reduce the amount of time, you reduce the amount of lives that they have because then it forces them later on in the game to change the way they're playing. That's what we would do all control. At the end of the day, it's about getting your kills. How can you put yourself in a position to get kills? So like right here, you could even argue, hey, these guys can slay ahead. Looking extra shiny. What's good, Brian? You see that right here? Now they're on both points. This I really like this from Optic. Because now, okay, yeah, Vancouver are coming off spawn and they're like, right, we know where at least 2 people are, right? Is that vitamin C, baby? I put vitamin C on before I came on, right? Anyway, but then it kind of forces them, when the pressure's on, to dictate which side. Like, they have to get one. They have to get one or the other, right? And it kind of, when the pressure's on like this, it forces them to split. They got to either take fights together or split. And then that way, if they all take fights together, like, this guy's going to either bump out or they'll just get to him. Look at that. Look at how they're playing this. They're just playing their kills. Number 5 is taking a route to get Grandma's control here. It makes exactly. You have room for a mistake. And look, now they have to commit to B. And because, chat, because they've all committed to B, it opens up a timing for this guy to get kills. Again, this is game management. They're already up by 6 kills on an attack, right? This is game management right here, chat. This is really, really good from Optic. And now, there's timings for him to do something with it. Nice, okay. Now they'll use that progression and get to him. Because he has progression, they can use it if they wanted to.
One-sided affair so far here in the opening round. Optic are running.
Oh shit, is my shit frozen, chat? Oh, we good. Wait, hold on, they were capping A? Oh wait, I'm tweaking. Yep, now they cap A. Now they've got a 5 life lead. Yeah, put the fries in the bag, Sirius. Fuck you, Sirius.
A one-sided affair so far here in the opening round. Optic are running the show, stud. A segment of B and A's already gone.
Now let's see how they play this here, chat. Right, let's see their flow off spawn. So 7, are they going to use 7's progression off spawn? Oh, they're just going to get to 5. Wait, hold on. I got a 10-minute ban from another chat for asking if a girl was single. Turns out she was married. Oh my fucking god. Plague. Oh my fucking god. That is a red card. Someone give him a fucking red card. Give him a fucking red card right here. Holy shit. Yeah, Bruce actually had a really good finals. Playing their kills again. At the end of the day, they have 90 seconds to work with. They could literally just go 1 for 1, but I'm really interested. 10 minutes is not enough. He might need a permaban for that temp, 100%. Shooters shoot, but he's not shooting. He ain't shooting. Friendly fire, that's what that was. But right here, I'm interested to see what they do off spawn when Vancouver have map control, because right here, Vancouver are going to try and play for mid. They're going to try and play for blue control to then try and cut them getting B. But I'm really interested to see how teams play it here. So they don't have progression. Are they still going to go down? Okay, I want to see how they play it here. They get 2. Are they just going to force trades? Right, now they get in mid. Okay, chat. Now they're playing for mid. Okay, so that's still the same. Essentially, it's still the same, chat. So, chat, what you want to make sure you're doing is whatever it looks like from a progression standpoint or a kill standpoint, you want to play for mid. So, chat, my question to you guys is, why do you want to play for mid when it comes into capping B? Why is mid control important in regards to capping B? Explain that to me. What's the importance behind it? Hybrid spot, power spot, hold progression. Forces them to flood back tower. Cut off like half the map because you can funnel them and refill. Good answers, guys. Yeah, absolutely. So the key in most cases in capping B is mid control. Because think about it. When you have mid control and you have underground control as an extension of that at the same time, is if you get one wave, you're spawning them deep, right? Which then you force them to take routes or you force them to funnel through back tunnel. You can then use that progression to either get on B or take your time for another wave and repinch. Now, chat, this is what we call game management. Optic are up by 14 to 11 by 3 lives. This is 2 waves. 3 waves if you want. Now, by playing mid, Vancouver only basically have 2 waves to work with. You can then force trades, which then it gets into 1 wave. When it gets into 1 wave, Vancouver have to be careful about the chals that they take, the trades that they have. They have to slow down significantly. So you'll see Optic play for mid here. They'll play for their power positions. They'll play for kills. Once, depending on how clean the kills are, they'll either take routes to repinch. If the wave is clean, they'll play for B. So that hasn't changed.
Don't give him the chance. He's hitting pixels at
So 6 is pinching here. Gets knifed. Now look at him trying to play for mid. Play for blue control to then get out for mid. 9v13, if you theoretically go 1 for 1, you can win. Now look at them getting mid control. When you get mid control, chat, you suffocate teams. When you suffocate teams, you know where they're going to be. You know where they're going to be because you have the entire map and you're using process of elimination. If I have all this side of the map locked down, there is only a limited amount of spots you're going to be on this side of the map.
Pushes and you stand a chance here. You continue to bloodlet surge, just draw it out of them. Only 9 lives. Nasty's not reading this. Mercules. This is his haunted house. And he
nice. Now look at them. They have mid progression. Did you cover? No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So the spawns that you get will tell you how far someone has pushed Deeks, right? So in this situation, he knows, yo, they've pushed past the point because of 7, right? Like, yo, he's pushed past. Therefore, okay, we're either going to play for him or we're going to take routes. Based on what the enemy's doing, based on, like, let's say, if you have progression or not, will determine what routes you take. If you're Vancouver here, you want to try and play for mid control the same way Optic are doing. Now, whether you take routes or whether you don't take routes is dependent on if you have people out. Let's say you already have a teammate on B. Then you can use that to get towards him, use that progression to then trade out.
So 0-4, your positioning is already known. The repinch from Mercules.
Play for underground, nice, okay. So they play for underground control, 6 and 7 together. Now look at, this is where they're taking routes here, chat. Look at them. Because they realize, right, you guys have mid, we need to fight for it. That's our win condition. I'm surprised Vancouver lose this. Team challenge for trades good. 6 versus 7. How did they lose this? 0-4 gets 2. They lose this, chat? And now, when the enemies don't have any sort of map control, you'll get the close spawn. This is a no map progression spawn right here. When you get this spawn, you know nobody's pushed out.
To get out of the spawn, you have to touch the objective.
So close indeed. It's a big old flank from Nasty now trying to make something.
Huh? They lose this?
Oh my god. 3v5. We're inside.
Oh my god, they actually lose. What the fuck? How have they lost this, chat?
You have to maintain the lives.
What the fuck?
2v4. It's a 2v4. You don't want to give the segments, but now it's a 1v4.
Huh? Wait, I need to see this. How have they ended up losing this though? So their win condition. So their Optic's win condition is just banging up front, right? You spawn up closer, you know they have no map progression.
You have to touch the objective.
Oh, they just bang underground. Oh my lord.
It's a big old flank from Nasty now trying to make something happen. No lives. The contest is on. 3v5. We're inside. Neptune fighting for this one. You have to get them.
Yeah, honestly, Optic do a really good job of playing for underground control. Underground control is so important for control. Like for this map, you need underground as much as you can. Like you will see teams every single life send somebody underground.
It does not matter.
Holy shit.
The fight is there. They have the resolve.
Merc red nasty too. Go peaky turns. Wow. Alright chat, let's watch this round. Okay. Let's see how Optic played this defense.
When you give yourself one more opportunity to freely roam out of your spawn, they make the most of it. So now
good pinch.
Yeah.
Now this is why I really don't like control on this game, right? Is if you're on defense and you get one clean wave, they're instantly in a blend, right? And if you push far enough and you are aggressive enough and you play the right trades, you're going to spawn here, refill through mid-map and cut anyway. And this is why underground is so important for the attacking team, because if you don't have the timing to push out mid once you get blue control, if you take underground routes, it does the same thing. It blocks this. If you get past this line, it will block this and spawn them deep.
Top 3, but at least Abuza is able to find one of his own.
So that's why if you when you play in ranked, right? Any situation you do not spawn here, that means there's pressure on the map towards A, right? Past A. So that will tell you where someone is going to be. Okay? Anytime you don't get the closest spawn, that is telling you there's a degree of manipulation occurring somewhere around the map.
Nasty gets his from upstairs, stays alive after that great moment from 0-4.
Just trying to keep Abuza alive on that 8.4 as
nice.
Long as he possibly can.
Nice, good plays from them. Neptune, Vancouver are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to split the D here. They're trying to play both sides to force you to choose one. But they end up winning their ones here. Brandon's holding progression. 6 is taking the route.
exposure here from Abuza. Not a lot of cover. The trophy system now
Look at 5.
Incoming stuns.
Brandon gets a bailout too. Holy shit.
Optic. Here we go. Mercules will be the first man on contact.
Nice.
Dashy with the kill. A zone safe. No second signal.
All right, chat. Chat. Question for you guys is: if you're on the defending team, what are the most important positions you need to play for this map? What are the important positions you need to fill on this map? What do you guys reckon? What do you reckon, chat? I'm interested to see what you guys are thinking. Top trips, the building on the opposite side. So yeah, top trips is the answer, right? So when you guys get a clean wave, the map control you guys want to have first is, now hold on, Cypher. You're partially right. J-Tux, you're partially right. So the first thing you guys want to fill on defense when you get a clean wave is blue. And the reason for that is once you get progression blue, it opens up mid for you to then refill and then enable a spawn trap. Pushing out heli, pushing out this side, you do not want to do first. It is very situational on when you do it. Because if you get into blue first, guys, and we play to prioritize this on defense first, if you have the timing or kills to do so, and I will show you situations where you can't do it, you can deny them taking underground routes too. So that's why you want to play and prioritize blue first. Now, chat, when you don't have blue first, it's one of two things. It's you want to try and play for mid, but if you don't have the timings of the kills to get into blue, you hold mid-map control, P1. If you don't have any sort of mid progression whatsoever, they are the moments where you start taking routes underground and start taking routes boat. Okay? So, what progression you have, what situation you are in, will determine whether you take a route or not. So, when you guys are in ranked, your diamond, your crimsons, whatever, you take a route when you have no mid progression and no kills, and the enemies do. You don't take a route when you have mid progression and you have kills. You play for mid. To get into blue is going to be based on whether you have numbers, whether you have kills, or whether you already have progression in there. Simple as that.
Actually lines up 3 with the AR. Now time continues to dwindle down. The rotation though from Surge.
Good job from Kyler. What do we see number 8 had? He had mid progression.
50 seconds to go.
So, they're trying to get mid here. Look at 7, taking an underground route. Look at right. Look at 5, taking a right route. 6 has progression mid. Now let's see how they play this here.
It's a dangerous Bruce, 13 and 7.
Oh, but the second segment at A is going to be locked. Shotzi was already sniffed out.
Now they don't have mid progression here, chat. So now you might see them take routes here. Now they've got kills, you might see them just bang out mid. You see that, chat? When you take your routes versus when not to take routes.
Sweet nade in its 04 throws that peach. A is done. 1 more minute.
They could have potentially saved it. Potentially could have saved it. Let's say right here, chat. Dashi gets 1. But like, Dashi gets 1. Let's say Shotzi kills 04, right? And he has progression and he's buying time. You're now in a 4 versus 2. Now, chat, these are the moments where you funnel through middle and you play for mid control because you already have progression and you already have kills. But because now he's dead, you have no progression. Chat, my question is, why do you not just want to bang out mid? My question to you guys, think about what we talked about on Rewind. Why do we not just want to bang out mid here? From a micro perspective, think about it as though you're Dashi. Why do you not want Dashi to just bang out mid? But why is it throwing your life away? Why is it throwing your life away in this situation? Explain that to me. Why is that throwing your life away? Why? Why is it throwing your life away? Think about it as though you're in Dashi's shoes. You're spawned bottom right. J-Tip, not necessarily. I want you to think as though you are playing. Think about this is you, right? Think about this as you. Think about this is the situation you are in. Your teammate has just died, right? You're in a 3 versus 3. Think about you have your controller in your hand, you're jumping up, and you're not doing this. Why? Why is that so bad to... Why is that throwing your life away? Think about it. What does Vancouver have? And I need you guys to really think about this when you're playing in ranked. What does the other team have in this situation? What's good, Faded Crown? Welcome, welcome, brother. Welcome to the stream. He doesn't have a timing. Dashy's the first contact. Gotta wait for the boys. You would lose control. Allow them to stack because they have numbers. They have mid control. You don't have map control. And think about it from a micro perspective. Vision and progression. Think about the head glitches and from a gunfight perspective. When I talk about micro, guys, I'm talking about from like you're in their shoes. From a gunfight perspective, from a positioning perspective, from a what the fuck do I see on my screen perspective, he's got a godhead glitch, he's got a crossfire. So if Dashy does this, yeah, he might get to here, but he's in a 2 versus 1. Hey, what's good, Baba? Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome, welcome. Should go and hit top blue. Good, Baba. That is the answer I'm looking for. So this is how we determine, chat, when we take a route versus when we don't take a route. If they had numbers, if they had progression, Brandon taking this route is completely fine because he's trying to get to a teammate and they can fight together, right? Because he dies, now you start taking a route. So chat, why do we want to take routes in this situation? Why? Why do we want to take routes in this situation? Think about the rewind we talked about. What is the significance in taking routes in this situation? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Come on, chat. Why do we want to take routes? Think about it from a minimap perspective. What can taking routes allow you to do? So when you guys are playing in ranked, this is what we call situational awareness. Understand the situation you are in. Understand what's going on. These are how you set yourself up to get gunfights, to get kills. Right here, chat. Right? If Dashy does this, he's not even in a good position to even get one kill. Right? And you might be like, yo, I've been shot in the side. And then you get into a blender because you're making the wrong decision that's optimal to the situation at hand. Chat, this is situational awareness. Understand what the fuck is going on and what the optimal decision is for you. So this is where you take routes to drag them away, to turn and look for you, to make it easy for the rest of your teammates. Taking routes allows your teammates in the flow, in this conveyor belt system, to take complementary routes to help you. You set up your teammates. You are inadvertently, by taking routes, setting each other up and using teamwork. You taking a route is helping the last guy here. You are so far away, but you are helping each other. Because on a micro perspective, they either pick it up or you get free kills, chat. Next time you guys are playing in ranked, I need you to pay attention to the situation you are in and for these fundamentals to make the game easy for you.
Confident Bruce is a dangerous Bruce. 13-7.
Oh, but the second segment at A is going to be locked. Shotzi was already sniffed out over towards Heli. Abuza on the pitch with the SMG is able to find.
You get two.
Off the respawn, but the Mercules, Mr. Hercules, lines up a double-double, and he's not willing to give up A for free.
Nice though. And now you can take routes. Okay, they're going to give it up, obviously, because they're losing A, but you get the idea, chat. And now look at the control. Now the key to this on a post B is holding blue. Deny these underground routes. Make them take routes. Play for mid. Play for blue. Look at Ant playing for blue. Being annoying.
Slow and steady. Keep it all together. You're waiting for a moment to strike as a team. Shotzi. Great damage against
He's going to wait. Oh, good try. I thought Mercules would have killed him there.
And now we're waiting for the cap. Can we get towards that segment? 04 not going to be there on the capture as well. He's got eyes on the spawners.
That was kind of rogue.
That is the backline wide open. Head on a swivel. Abuza down.
Good retake here.
The pressure there with the jackal in hand, and now we're waiting for the cap. Can we get towards that segment? 0-4 not going to be there on the
All right, chat.
as well. He's got eyes on the spawners. Abuza holding.
Okay, chat. My question to you guys is, why have they not just done this? The guys off spawn. Why have they decided to do this? Here's a clue. Why have they decided to do that? I mean, they could have. They have the option. They have the option to do this. Yeah, sure, absolutely. But why have they, at the very least, not done this and not done that? Let's see if you guys put out. This is situational awareness. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the players who've spawned up. I want you to pretend as though you've looked at your kill feed. You've seen 2 kills go down. Why? Why have Optic decided to do that? Good. They have numbers. Chat, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you do. When you have numbers, you take the QRP based on the objective and you trade out the efficient kills. You trade out the kills that are the most significant. That's why. Keep it simple here, chat.
That is the back line wide open. Head on a swivel. Abuza down. 3
Ape. Ape together strong, chat. Ape together strong.
You're going to take some time to work out of your base. You got to check every single corner because there's 3 SMGs causing mayhem.
And they've sniffed the weakness, they've sensed it, and they've gone for the pounce. Mercury's keeping
Nice.
spawn 16 and 10. You've got 50 seconds. This is a long time in control. Hook brought down. And Surge.
They can Ape Ape flood refill. Yep, absolutely. Right, 11-11. Let's see how they're playing this.
11v11. Mercury's on the pinch. Neptune gets the better.
Nice.
Shotzi effective on the trade, but
They're going to play for mid control. Brandon's going to use his progression. It's 10-10. They have blue control. They can just play for mid once you have blue control. Look at 8 holding mid. 6 has progression. 6 is doing a good job playing his life. Alright, chat. Chat. Right? What do you think is good about what 6 is doing here? So 6 gets 1, right? What's the situation 6 is in? 6 gets 1, right? What is significant about what 6 is doing here? Keep looking at 6. Now, if you guys have watched my episode number 2 Abizi video, it's a concept from there. What concept is 6 doing really fucking well, and why is it good in relation to the win condition? Why is it good in relation to the win condition? Right? Okay. Delaying spawn as well. Time is ticking. Wasting time. Good. What do we call this? Chat, what do we call this? What element is this? What element of a fundamental is this? Playing his life. Welcome to the chat, Aracity. Getting lost advantage. Right? Game management here is amazing. Staying alive. What do we call? It starts with P. What is this? What element is this? So for you guys who want to understand how to be a good SMG player, this is a fantastic example. It starts with P. What is it? And it's not progression. It is progression, but it's not what the answer I'm looking for. Not positioning, although I like the word positioning. What is it as an SMG player? What's the most important thing as an SMG player? Starts with P. If you guys have watched my Abizi video, not progression, Badger Hawk, welcome to the chat. Good answer, but not progression. It's the right answer, but it's not the answer I'm looking for. It's what is pushing pace? There we go. Nightbot, welcome to the chat. Good fucking answer. This is pacing, chat. Now, if you guys are in ranked, I promise you, if I'm in an iridescent lobby, this moron is going out world starring. World starring, right? Now, how does this relate to game management? There's 2 waves left. 2 waves left. This is the magic number, chat. Why is 8 the magic number in control? Why is 8 the magic number in control? Think about it. Think about it. Why is 8 the magic number? Very good answer, the Nightbot. Very good answer, guys. But right here, the pacing relates to game management, which relates to the number 8. Now, 8 is important because of Kobe. Okay, fair enough. Good answer, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. Yes. So, the reason why 8 is the magic number, chat, is it's 2 waves. So, if you force a trade, If you have numbers and you force trades and you go 1-for-1, that means the enemy has only 4 lives to fully cap a point. When an enemy has 4 lives to fully cap a point, they cannot make a mistake. You have the overwhelmingly high chance of winning the fucking round, right? So right here, chat, the reason why what Shotzi does is really good is because he's not going out forcing Charles after he's already got 1. Initially, he's letting them find them, opening up the map for these guys, and then they can force trades to then play like it's S&D. Because the team with 4 lives can't do anything. They have to play like it's Search. And then if the time is ticking, they can't play like it's Search. They gotta play fast, right? So this is so fucking good from Shotzi, holding progression, not running out looking for kills. It then brings Dashi into the play. Because Vancouver is scared to check this or they have to take different routes, pacing as an SMG is so important for you guys. Exactly, chat. Exactly. Dashi gets 2. And now Dashi can activate off that. And then you force trades, and look at that, chat. 1 wave is all it takes. Right? Listen to Dua Lipa. 1 wave is all it takes to win that round for free. You know what I'm saying, chat? So I need you guys to understand, when you're in control, when it gets to 8 lives, do what you can to play tradable positions to make it that bit harder for the enemy team to win. If you play your guarantees when there's 8 lives left, it forces the enemy to play S&D and gives you the overwhelmingly high advantage of winning that round. And Shotzi is showing you as an SMG how your pacing is very important.
They have trophy. Optic, 1 more round.
They have trophy systems that are system on this push.
All right, let's see how they break off here.
Potentially close it out in 3. I know they have to be roaring, so if Bravi are listening with Optic Gaming.
All right, let's listen to this here, chat.
Yeah, he's weak, he's weak. Ivy, weak Ivy.
Okay, you're in back. Close up, zipping up. What's closer to arch?
You're nasty.
Okay.
Staking it.
One's low boat on me, Sorry. Hey, Neptune underground, 1 shot. Neptune was underground, 1 shot.
The guy.
Okay.
There was a guy at Booza in our spawn.
Still on it.
Back up. Yo, 2 and 8. Literally 2. There's 2 and 8. Get this.
Yo, one guy's Ivy.
Still, okay.
Ivy on
That
me.
was 1 shot.
Yo, there's 2 and 8. 2 and 8, boys.
I'm getting out underground.
Okay, like that.
He's TT.
I'm whipping out
He's right T. Neptune. We go away, maybe.
He stunned me Ivy, and naded me.
I'm going top trips.
Yeah, 2 in our T corners. T
Underground, 1 shot.
There was another one T.
Dead.
In the corner. Neptune was still in our spawn.
Somewhere Ivy.
Ivy.
Can we go to S?
Still Ivy. Yeah.
That's this guy's spot.
Go to right.
Nep was still Ivy. He's still Ivy. He went Ivy steps.
Ivy says that.
Just try to get on the plant. Stop some time.
Push out.
We have 18.
Chris, there's one more. There's on B.
Yo, there's nothing at A. They're owing B.
No, elbow,
Wait, I'm behind him.
elbow.
Another one top. Wait, yo, fucking Heli.
2 on B.
Heli, 1 shot. Heli, absolute.
I'll talk about that in a minute.
Heli was 1 shot.
To back Heli. Where's our trips? And our trips spawn killing. 04. And our
He's
trips.
still Heli,
And our
right?
trips and Heli.
Yeah, still Heli,
Two guys
still
on
Heli.
side. 2 guys on side.
Damn, 1 guy's elbow.
Okay, I'm pitching dubs and I'm gonna touch A.
Okay, chat. I really want to highlight this again. This is another example of a potentially map-winning play, right? All right. At least give you an advantage, right? An advantage play, right? What has Kyler done here? What is Huke done here? Chat. What has he done here? And why is it significant from a flow perspective? What has he done? And then tell me why it's significant from a flow perspective. Especially in the situation they're in. Got through the gap and allows him to pinch and drag the enemies backwards. Got out and made Surge need to look for him. Help relieves the pressure. It's making Surge turn and tweak. What else, chat? Anyone else, chat? What are we thinking? Anyone want to expand on that? Cleared underground. What's the significance of underground from a macro perspective? Gives his teammates a lane to push out a spawn. Make sure they spawn further back. Help gain map progression. Creates numbers advantage to get Optic out of the trap. He played his life, which allowed him to get bottom mid. They have to worry about him because he can take it out. Right, chat. Very good answers. Very, very good answers. You guys are fucking insane, right? Remember, chat, with the new spawns, okay? If you don't have any progression past A, you're going to spawn tools. Or if you're not line of sight blocking from heaven, right? They're going to spawn here. And so if you are in a spawn trap, you are going to refill middle and do it all again. Because remember, chat, the advantage is on Vancouver, because if they play for kills together and keep you trapped in spawn, they're going to be up lives. So currently they're up by 7 lives because they're spawn trapping. And from a game management perspective, you reduce the amount of lives that the enemies have to work with when it comes to capping a point, okay? The reason why this is significant, and I want to give Hugh his props, is the way you get out of a spawn trap. Yes, this is on a current patch. The way you get out of a spawn trap is you want to play for blue, but you want to use that as a springboard to take an underground route. Because when you take an underground route, it blocks this tool spawn, right? Now, it serves as two reasons, chat. Is if you're the first guy taking a route in blue, or you want your SMGs ideally to take the route, right? If you're an SMG taking a spiral route underground to blue, you're in a position where you can either go blue and drag people away, or you can take an elevator route to then open up middle. You're spawning them deep, and you're potentially in a position, as you guys have said, to use that progression to get out middle, right? It spawns them deeper, absolutely, Chris. Yes. So, the reason why this is fantastic is he is waiting under the anticipation that someone's watching this. He's waiting to see if his teammates can get to him, right? When he has this progression, all his teammates need to worry about is getting into blue. And then they can use that together with Kyler to re-pinch and clear middle to then give them the advantage. This is a fantastic example of Kyler showing you a potential map-saving route to get out of a blend in order to spawn you deep, to then, based on if you can get the kills or not, put you in an advantage. So let's keep continuing to watch this. Look at how they're waiting for each other, trying to get into blue. They're trying to play trades. They're trying their best here. He has blue control. Look at 8 playing for blue control. And now them two can work together if needed. He kills him. 5 is pushed out. Remember, chat, this is important to control. He's pushed out. Plays that kill. Gets info on this guy. And that, chat, is how you enable and how you use, as the first guy, the gap to take that route, to affect the macro of the game, to spawn them deep, to then win that crucial, by the way, that absolutely crucial one-on-one. I don't know how he won it. He wins it, to then open up the map for his teammates to use that progression to get to A, to then turn around in the flow and do it again, right? All in the space of fucking 20 seconds. That is how you get out of a spawn trap right there, chat. Very, very well done from Hugh. Then 8. They need to get blue control here. It's fine. You need to just try and get blue control, and then that's how you minimize 1 and 4. But you get the idea here, chat. If they played for blue control after that and used that progression Hugh had, they would have traded out the guy blue already. I mean, 0-4's on a fucking... Nasty's on a 6, and 0-4's on a 3. But you would have then got into blue, stopped the time, got into blue, and then collapsed on the time.
So long to do this alone. Here comes the counter-attack, and it might be 0-4 at the top. That's the clean-up in the final seconds. No one near B, no one near A. Vancouver Surge live to fight another day.
And it all comes back to the break-off. Getting at least 3 for 1 in the trade fights. Take Optic into the preams of his SMG players. For Vancouver, spring to life
round.
Here. Still down by a couple of segments, but
it's one of the most...
skip this here.
Spirit bomb. The Optic. They seem to be the ones receiving all that energy.
Back to the defensive side for Optic. Surge needs another great break.
Good break from Optic here, stacking on the ground, playing for mid control.
You're not going to be able to read that if you're Neptune. 0-4 at least for now.
Good 2-piece twin. Wow, twin is popping off. Holy fuck. He's on a 6.
Good
Good try.
player.
Hold on, what?
He's looking to get himself streaks as well.
Oh, he just listened to the comm. Okay, good comm from 8.
Merc with a big 2, and that is unbelievable.
So right here, they don't need to take routes here, chat. Right here, you don't need to take routes. You've made kills. Use that mid progression. Get into blue first. Get into blue first because you can pick up the side lanes last from spawn.
Get away with his life after the shenanigans, and back to square one we go.
Look at that. Spawn in here anyway to then refill middle.
It's already 30 seconds wiped off the game clock. Not a single ounce of progression on either one of these points. You're going to waste time
Like you see it here.
clearing out of your spawn because you know Optic are already here.
Top mid still.
They're playing for blue control, and now they're in a position because they have blue control, chat. Blue is so fucking important, chat. When you get blue, you can, it's a hybrid spot. You can help in either lane. You can do anything. If Brandon is staying alive, P1, while you have blue, you can help. If this guy stays alive or plays underground while you have blue, they can help. It's such a valuable hybrid spot, chat. I need you guys in ranked to play for blue when you have kills, when you have progression, and spawn trap the fuck out of the enemy team.
Neptune looking for an opening on the attack.
So look at this, chat. We got blue still. Oh, it's playing his life.
A long way round, does not dip a toe into the zone. Now
He's holding mid progression. Now they need to refill mid to help him. There's no point in having mid progression unless you're going to help him. He has to be quicker here. Nice. Now look at him. Look at him. Look at him, bro.
A little bit of time off the respawn. The nades over the top are very impactful. Final 25.
Yeah, they're everywhere, man.
Slaying
They're
ahead.
absolutely everywhere right now. Well, you stop the clock for a
Playing for
moment.
mid progression because they had kills.
Mercules picks them wide open.
But he needs to hurry up here.
ASAP. The last thing you want to do is scramble at a time like this, and Shotzzy finding another hook on the flank.
I think only thing I'd say is Hugh should have been quicker when they had mid progression. Mid progression first. When you already have it, help each other trade out the efficient kills because there's 20 seconds left. Then go.
Triple stack is only going to allow it to go up faster. Neptune starting to get loose on 4 in a row, just roaming behind enemy lines.
Let's see how they do it here, chat.
Decide to forfeit this. You're down by 4 lives, but Shotzzy in a very good position, top grips.
Whoa, and you just second guess yourself for a moment. Then
18 to 15.
Slow things down as much as you can.
Nice.
Great work out of Shotzzy from spawn.
Right, they don't have mid control, so they want to take routes.
Trying to muster some strength,
And then they're going to try and take underground routes to get blue.
Stays alive, but can he
Again,
play
when you have progression, use it. When you don't have progression, situational awareness, take routes. Unless you have kills.
his life?
Still up by 2 lives. Still have spaces in your spawn that you have yet to clear on out. 2 players from Optic sitting on bottom blue, just trying to time their pinch to perfection. Here comes Mercules with the SMG, puts down shots onto Neptune, but his teammates are starting to fall, so he has to value his life.
He doesn't get the trade, so you've still
Right,
got
now
numbers
they
over
can
here
use
right now.
middle. So now remember, guys, when you have progression, you can use it to then position yourself to then suffocate the enemies. What's good, Did?
Dashy, this little 3-spree
What's good, my boy?
can get the guys on
Absolute
zone.
legend.
No one's
Hope you had a
got
good day at work.
No one's got eyes on top mid just yet. It's free pickings.
Chat. All right, chat. Tell me what was good about this. Tell me what was good about this, and then tell me from a micro perspective how it makes it easy for Dashi. Let me see if you guys have been paying attention. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Give me some answers. Come on. This one's fucking easy. Come on, my boys. Come on, my boys. This one, I'm setting you guys up for greatness here. But what is good about this? What is good, chat, from a micro perspective? Look at 7, look at 5, look at 8, look at the routes they're taking. Why are they taking routes here?
Time their pinch to perfection.
Why have they taken routes here?
With the SMG,
Why is 7 not continued? Why are they taking routes?
down shots onto Neptune, but his teammates are starting to fall, so he has to value his life.
He doesn't get the trade, so you've still got numbers over here right now.
This is the perfect example, chat. This is the perfect example. Again, it's the same concept on hardpoint, chat. What are they doing here in order to break this hill? And why is it important? Map control to pinch every angle. Not necessarily the 3-1, Baz. Not necessarily the 3-1. Not in this case. But they're taking routes, chat. When you don't have progression and you don't have kills, you take routes. You take routes to give you complementary, you take complementary routes to take the same fights. Look how it opens up the timings for Brandon. Look at this chat. Look at this chat, right?
This little three spree might become a four.
Look. He's worried about this. He's worried about this. He's worried about this. It opens up the timing, chat, for Dashi to get free kills. This is why understanding when you take complementary routes versus when you need to ape is very important. When you don't have kills, you don't have numbers, you don't have progression, you take routes. When you have numbers, when you have progression, when you have kills, keep it stupid simple. Use that progression, play to trade. Simple as that, chat. Simple as that. I need you guys to do this in ranked. I swear to God, I need you guys doing this in ranked. I don't want to load in and people not do this shit. This is how we set each other up. This is how you get out of elo hell.
Now you're hitting the reset button again, but this time Hook is already here to ruin the party. Final 30 seconds. You gotta get past the nuke. Lines up a double. That's good enough to at least put your teammates in the right positions.
To be hit the last charge of Surge here on Protocol. 20 seconds to move. Anyone in the back line here, Mercules has been identified. The 380 and 360 sticks not going to happen, and he's got to make his way towards zone. That is going to be a boozer. Onto the time. And
nice. Same again. Understanding what lanes you control first, what lanes you pick up first, allow you to focus the trades. Give yourself an advantage. Give yourself info early. Wow. And he gets stuck. Holy shit. Holy shit, chat.